What's up, y'all? I'm painting one of my first 3D prints. This is number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door, one of my favorite shows as a kid. Let's get it. Alright, so the printer that I use is the Bambu Lab A1 3D printer. I bought it with the combo that comes with multiple colors that can print out and stuff like that. As you can see at the bottom, it has the support trees, which I gotta tear off. Alright, so if you see at the bottom, it looks like mad janky, but we're gonna fix that. Just stay tuned. If you want to see the support tree settings, just leave it in the comment section. Just ask me, or you can DM me on Instagram. You see right here, I got the hand with the support trees. Got to tear those off. Alright, so I went to Hobby Lobby. The paint that I use is Model Color. It was about like $4 a bottle. I also end up getting some alligator clips and some small tiny brushes. Alright, so it's time for me to gear up. Got my goggles, got my mask on, and I'm about to use the rotary tool. All the supplies I'm going to be using will be in the description at the bottom. Y'all already know where to go. And I do use sandpaper, but I think that me using this tool is way easier and quicker to use for those tough areas. Also, next time when I record a voiceover, I'm gonna make sure I have like the right angles, because you barely can see that I'm like what I'm doing with the tool. Alright, so here's the part where I'm about to use the sandpaper. I think I was using 180 grit sandpaper. It has like a sponge. It's like easy to handle instead of like paper ones. I'm doing the feet. Also did the hands. It gets very chalky, so that's why I'm using like a mask. I got allergies, so I'm not trying to be sneezing or anything like that. Alright, so let me show y'all how the bottom of the head looks. Alright, so I purchased some Bondo filler. It's supposed to be for wood, for like the big holes in wood, but I can smooth it out with my 3D models. And yes, I use gloves because it's very chunky. I don't want it to get nowhere near my skin. It's not really toxic or anything, but it's just kind of hard to clean off. The texture of Bondo feels like chalk, I guess I could say, when it dries up. I wait about a day to either put some more or for me to sand it off. Alright, so boom, here's a close-up of it. As you can see, you know what I'm saying, no more holes. The texture, some of the textures are gone. So you try to get it as smooth as possible. That's the main goal. Alright, so right here I printed off some storage for my paints so they won't spill everywhere. This is very useful. It took about probably like 3 hours. I did it overnight. Yeah, so these are all the colors that I bought. It fits perfectly on here. If you want the file, just DM me or just write it in the comment section. You could buy something like this, but hey, I guess it's cheaper. Alright, so this is a must-have, the 2-in-1 primer and sandable spray. It definitely smooths out a lot of my stuff. I recommend this 100%. I got it at Lowe's. You can get it at Home Depot, Amazon, everywhere. As you can see, I'm using the alligator clips to hold up everything so I can get the front, back, side to side. Alright, it's time for me to spray the filler. Gotta shake it up real quick. It sprays gray. And also make sure you get every part of the 3D print. You don't want to miss out on any spots. I usually do about 2 coats. After the first coat, I wait the next day, then sand it, and then after that I do it again. make sure I didn't leave out any spots. Alright, so this is what it looks like when it's all done and smoothed out. Got the head and the body, and it's almost time for me to paint it. You know, I just gotta let it dry for a day. Y'all, I forgot to get me a paint palette at the store, so guess what I did? I just went and did the usual and just print one out. Alright, here's the fun part. It's time for me to paint. I'm picking out the colors. Y'all already know, $4 for the model paint at Hobby Lobby. There's cheaper versions of model paint. You just probably gotta just search around. I use model paint because I just have to use just 2 coats of paint when I do my 3D prints. Alright, so right here I'm using brown, mix it in with like just a pinch of white, just testing out the colors, see if I need to add any more brown, more black, more white. Just try to get it as close as you can to the cartoon, so just look back and forth at your screen of like the cartoon to match it up. Alright, so I use gloss glazing liquid by Golden. It works perfect for acrylics, so it doesn't have to dry up real fast. I just mix it in with my paints on the palette. When you add it on to there, it might seem like it's changing the colors, but it's really not. It's actually clear. So yeah, so don't even worry about if it looks like it's changing the paint color. Alright, so right here, all I did was just fast forward the video process. Y'all should already know how to paint something. What I do is I use light coats. Don't put a blob of paint on there. Just make sure the paint spreads around. Yeah, so just sit back, chill, and just watch the process. So in the video I had used some gloss finisher, but I highly recommend using a matte or flat finisher. And this is what I use. I got it from Lowe's. You can get it from Home Depot, Amazon, anywhere. It's time for me to spray it. I did about 2 coats. I waited probably like 5 minutes. I waited about like 5 minutes for each coat. It was cold outside, so that was the great part for the drying process. Make sure you spray like all the parts. I think the only part that I didn't spray was the bottom of the feet. Alright, so this is the last part, me just taking photos and videos of everything for me to upload on social media. It came out great. The matte finishing is way better than the glossy part. If you have any more questions, just leave them at the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the algorithm. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for watching. Peace.